Hey everyone, welcome back to Python course. Today we're diving into one of the most important concepts in programming, data types and variables. These are the building blocks of any program. You'll use them all the time. So let's get started. In Python, everything is an object, and objects have types. Think of data types as different categories that Python uses to understand how to treat and store information. The main data types that we'll cover are integers, floats, strings, and booleans. A variable is like a container that holds a value. Let's say I want to store my age in a program. Instead of writing 23 over and over, I create a variable. So let's create a new Python file. How I did is hold shift on my keyboard and I right click on my mouse. So get these options and hit on open with code. So I get directly to here. So this is our previous project that we made, an introduction video. And we're going to create a new file, if you can see over here, and name it anything we want. Okay, now so for example, age is 23. Print age. If I print age, it gives me 23. Let me show you a bit more clearly. It gives me 23. Since our age is 23, we set the variable age. It's like a container, and this is our object, so we put our object 23 in the container called age. And if we print age, if we take the container, we'll find 23. And that's what we got when we printed age, which is 23. This creates a variable named age, and it assigns it to the value 23. Now I can reuse age anywhere I need my age. Alright, let's take a quick look at the different data types that we mentioned. First off, we have integer. So an integer is a whole number, positive or negative, with no decimal points. The float, on the other hand, is a number that has decimal point. So we can see we have our integer 23. It has no decimal points, it's just a single whole number. But if you look at float, it has this 0.99 after our whole number. So it's a float. So here 23 is an integer and 19.99 is a float. A string is just a sequence of characters, like your name or a sentence. In Python, we use codes around text to create strings. So here we have an example on screen. So we have this is our string, which can be a name or a sentence, a word, anything. But it has to be like a group of characters. So here, name is a variable holding the string Alex. Strings can be single or double coded as long as they match. Lastly, we have booleans. These are simple data types that can only be true or false. Think of them as answers to yes or no questions in programming. In this example, is sunny is true and is raining is false. Sometimes you'll need to convert between data types. Python makes it easy with something called typecasting. So here we are converting integer to string. So we have age as 23. And in order to convert our age, which is a normal numeral, to a string, we use this line of code. So strage turns 23 into 23 as a string, and float price changes 19.99 to a number. This is helpful for things like the user input, which often starts as a string. Okay, so we have a mini challenge. Let's put all these together. Try creating a few variables on your own. Make one integer, one float, one string, and one boolean. Then print them all out to see them in action. Pause the video here, give it a go, and unpause when you're ready. Okay, so here's an example. So we have integer variables. So we have age as our integer variable, we have 25 as age. And so age is equal to 25 is your age as an example. We have float variable, so we can use temperature is equals to 36.5. So it's an average human body temperature. We have string variable, which is we have the name Alex as our string variable, so it's your name, and Boolean variable is teacher is equals to true, or is teacher is equals to true, true or false depending on whether you are teacher, and print them all out. So this is what, so print age, integer, temperature as float, name as a string, and teacher as a boolean. So if we print it out, this is what we get. Awesome work! Today we have learned about data types and variables, and how to assign values to variables. Up next, we'll dive deeper into using these in real programs. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss it. See you next time.